Well, Baba Kama Perek Chet Mishnah Zayin. Seventh and last Mishnah in the 8th chapter of Masechet Baba Kama. Okay, so Mishnah says, Af apishu noten lo. If a person injures another person, he really chovel, he intentionally injures him. You know, whatever the word is. Ein nimchalo. I don't remember. Ein nimchalo. He's not forgiven. Ad shivakesh mimenu. Even though he paid, he's not nimchal, mechila. He's not forgiven ad shivakesh mimenu until he asks for forgiveness. Shida emar. As it says, V'ata hashev eshet, whatever, the rest of the pasuk, V'ata hashev eshet ta'ish ki nabuhu v'itpalel ba'adecha. When Avimelech, okay, the king of the Plishtim, takes Sarah from Avraham Avinu, he gets sick. He wakes up in the middle of the night, he gets sick, and God says, you took a married woman, so return this woman, and he's going to daven for you. Okay, and so meaning you have to ask for apologies. How do we know that the person should not be stubborn and should be mochel? If a person injures somebody else, Shneimar. Vayitpalel Avraham el Elohim vayiparlu et Avimelech. So Avraham, when Avimelech said, I shouldn't have done it. It's terrible. Okay, so Avraham Avinu, even Avraham, Avraham could have said, yes, I didn't tease my sister, but doesn't mean you have the right to take people's wives. I told you that because you're a violent and intimidating person who takes other people's wives. Or takes other people's sisters for your wife, even though you don't really need to. No, but Vayitpalel Avraham el Elohim, Vayiparlim et Avimelech. Avraham davened and for Avimelech, and it all turned out okay. That's mission number one. So even when you injure someone, you have to pay, but payment is not enough. Payment doesn't resolve the problem. You still injured him. You sinned to him. You hurt that person. You have to ask for forgiveness. Okay. Next case. Ha'omer. What if a person asks somebody else to injure him? Ha'omer sameh et eini, kitat yadi. Person says, gouge out my eye, cut off my arm. Shvor et ragli, break my leg. Chayab. If you do it, if you injure that person, you're chayab. Okay? And then you say, al manat liftor, and the guy says, yes. Still chayab. Chayab. Al manat liftor. He says, I want you to do it. Al manat liftor. So the Bartanura says, what is al manat liftor? So there's two ways of reading this Mishnah. If a person says sameh et eini al menat liftor, and you're not going to be chayab, so that you'll be patur chayab. The Mishnah says you're still chayab, but the Bartanura says you don't read it that way. How do you read al menat liftor? Im sha'alo chovel l'nichbal. If the guy, the chovel, the injurer, says to the injured, al menat liftor oti ata omer sameh et eini, you want me and I'll still be patur, v'hashivo hanichbal hein, and the guy says yes. Afapikein chayab. Nonetheless, you're still chayab. Sheyesh hen shehu kol. That was an interesting halachic thing. Sometimes yes means no. Okay? Ubelashon tmiya amar lo hen. You think yes, meaning amanat liftor, and the guy's like, yeah, of course. Meaning he didn't mean it. In that case, when the guy doesn't mean it, you're chayab. She'ein derech b'nei adam limchol atzar gufan. Okay? Because people aren't there in general mochel. But the Bartanura implies, and he seems to pass in this way, if you really say, yes, I want you to injure me, you got a reason, you want to explain, whatever, it doesn't matter, in the Almanat Liftor, you say it seriously, then you're patur. That's what the Bartanura implies, even though the Mishnah seems to imply otherwise. Because you have to ask yourself, what sense does it make if a person asks somebody to do something, whatever, can you say, is there a point in which you say, no, there's no way that you can do it legitimately? Asay the ish. Kra et kesuti. Tear my covering, my garment. Shvor et kadi. Break my god. Chayab. Then you're chayab. Almanat liftor. Patur. If you say almanat liftor, in this case, okay, and then you're exempt. Asay the ish. And again, the Bartanura says, okay, even in the case of almanat liftor, even the guy says no. Zeh lav shehu kehen. You have to look up the Bartanura, read it. He says, in this case, if you say no, no really means yes. Which is really interesting. Nonetheless, if the person says to you, break my stuff, then you can listen to him and be patur. Asekein le'ish ploni. I want you to break Jim's kneecaps. Amanat liftor, chayav, bein begufo, bein b'mono. Either or that, you want to break his car or whatever. A says, break B's car, and the guy's like, okay, he's chayav, whether it says amanat liftor or not, okay, because it's not your right to tell somebody to injure somebody else. The reason is there's a halachic logic that says ein shliach l'dvar avera. We've learned, I think we've seen this principle before. I think I've written it down, but here we go. Ein shliach l'dvar avera. There's no messenger for sin. You can't say he told me to sin, so it sounds like ridiculous. There's no messenger for a matter of sin. If you do it, you're chayav, no matter what anybody else told you to do. We'll stop here and dedicate our learning to the memory of my father, Rav Simcha ben Yitzchak Kalman. Have a good day.